Lions Den Boston community. Shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguar. I'm proud to be your exclusive content provider here on YouTube for Southern University football. There has been a lot of speculation due to the recent NFL draft. The NFL draft was Thursday, Friday, and today. And there has been a lot of speculation that a lot of HBCU fans are upset because not enough players from the HBCUs, the SWAC in particular, didn't get drafted. And as opposed to drafting these HBCU players, basically NFL teams pretty much are choosing and elected to sign these players as undrafted free agents. And many individuals speculate that basically, to a certain degree, is a little bit of collusion and somewhat racism in terms of discriminating against HBCUs and preferring talent from PWIs, Power 5 type schools. So there's been a long list of players that are going to be drafted from the SWAC. First, the New York Jets are expected to sign Arkansas State linebacker Claudin Chirelis to an undrafted free agent contract. Also, the Chicago Bears are expected to sign Jackson State defensive back Dejon Warren to an undrafted free agent contract. A player of his magnitude, I thought he would have at least maybe snuck into like the 7th round. Also, my hometown team, the New Orleans Saints, are expected to sign Arkansas Pine Bluff offensive lineman Mark Evans to an undrafted free agent contract. My hometown team, again, the New Orleans Saints, are expected to sign South Carolina State wide receiver Shaq Davis to an undrafted free agent contract. Now, the game that Shaq Davis had in the Celebration Bowl, not this past year, but the previous year, I mean, that alone should have warranted him more attention than he got in this year's draft, which is ridiculous to me. The Dallas Cowboys are expected to sign Florida A&M linebacker Isaiah Land to an undrafted free agent contract. Isaiah Land tore up the SWAC this past year. To me, he's another player that I expected to at least get drafted, like at least later in the draft, maybe 6th or 7th round or so. Also, the Miami Dolphins are expected to sign Jackson State linebacker Aubrey Miller to an undrafted free agent contract. Aubrey Miller had an outstanding season for Jackson State this past season. I don't understand, at least him, somebody like him, why didn't he get drafted? Aubrey Miller had a phenomenal season, so for him not to be drafted is ridiculous to me. And lastly, my Southern University Jaguars. The Baltimore Ravens are expected to sign Southern University defensive lineman Cam Peterson to an undrafted free agent contract. Now, of all these players I just named, there's absolutely no way that you could tell me guys like Isaiah Land and Aubrey Miller did not get drafted at all. I mean, even if you look at somebody from FAMU like Xavier Smith, there's no way he shouldn't have got drafted at all either. And I understand he's on the smallish side, but I mean, his route running skills, his speed, there's no way that he shouldn't be getting more looks than he's getting at this point. So I think the speculation that there's somewhat a little bit of collusion in terms of a lot of these HBCU players not getting drafted, a lot of these HBCU players being discriminated against in favor of players going to PWIs. I mean, I think the speculation is warranted in my estimation because, like I said, there's no way, in my opinion, that these players, like if you look at a player like Aubrey Miller, Xavier Smith, there's no way all of these guys were not good enough to not be drafted in the NFL draft. Maybe they're not a day 1 draft pick on Thursday, but you mean to tell me they couldn't get drafted on day 2, on Friday, or even day 3 on Saturday? So to me, I think the speculation and the notion that there could be some collusion or a little bit of underlying racism, I think that's warranted in my opinion, because there's absolutely no way that these players, all of these players should have went undrafted, and all of them signed undrafted free agent contracts. And to be honest, I mean, I hate to say it, a lot of these players probably gonna end up playing in the CFL or the USFL or the XFL, because if you getting signed as an undrafted free agent, don't get me wrong, you can come into camp and you could ball out and you could do exceptionally well and you could get signed by a team. But from a priority standpoint, if you have a player that's been drafted in the first round, second round, even third round, or maybe even a little bit lower than that, those players are going to be a priority that came from these HBCUs that were signed as undrafted free agents, unless it's completely glaringly obvious that these players should be on your roster and on your team. They're not a priority because they weren't drafted, and as a result, the higher that player was drafted, the more of a priority they're going to be, and organizations, GMs, and coaches are going to push the issue in terms of giving those players every opportunity to fail and every opportunity to be successful, either or. So to me, I think it's warranted. It's unfortunate. All of these players, especially like I say, a player like Aubrey Miller, I mean, he had an outstanding season for Jackson State. Somebody with his skill set is a blitzing linebacker. I mean, he could potentially have the ability to rush the passer. He could put his hand in the dirt, maybe play outside a little bit. I mean, a lot of these players are versatile. So I don't understand why all of these players are being signed as undrafted free agents as opposed to being drafted in the later rounds. Like I say, even if some of these players would have been drafted in the 6th round or the 7th round, I'd have been okay with it. But there's no way all of these players should have went undrafted. So that's it for this video. If you saw any value in this video, like the video. If you have any video ideas for any other videos that you potentially want me to do, drop a comment in the comment section. Also, subscribe to the channel. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by May the 25th. So if you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Also, click the notification bell so you can be alerted anytime I post any new videos. Today, we had episode 7 of Bayou Sports Talk. If you have not seen episode 7 of Bayou Sports Talk, please go and check that out. Also, last night on my brother's channel, Jared 11 Green, we also did a draft breakdown on his channel in terms of, our favorite teams, the Baltimore Ravens, the New Orleans Saints. We gave our draft analysis, draft breakdown. We also talked about the teams that we thought had the best draft, the best individual draft picks, the worst draft, or the worst draft picks. So if you have not done so, go and check out his channel also, and check out the live stream from last night. That's it for this video. Hopefully y'all have a blessed, phenomenal evening. I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace and blessings.